Welcome to episode 271 of the official Gamestitch Podcast. I'm Ryan Walton. As always, I'm joined by Dan Reamer.
Ahoy, mateys.
Oh, look at this. Starting early.
Oh, look what I did.
I should have done a whole pirate intro.
You should have. You didn't. Too late now, unless you want to start over.
Nah. You know I like for it to be organic. I should have said today we'd be setting upon a voyage.
You scurvy scallywag.
Sea of Thieves happened.
It did happen.
Maybe we should start there.
Now you know what we're talking about, hopefully.
So before we get in there, I just want to say we are on baby watch.
Yes, we are. Uncle
Gamestitch is on baby watch right now. Garrett and Tanya are at the hospital. Could happen anytime. So if we get any info, any updates during the podcast, we will obviously let you know.
We will be sure to let you know.
Yeah. So we're waiting the arrival of Bruce. So now we're back to pirates.
Arrgh!
So Sea of Thieves finally came out on Games Pass and in the live if you want to go buy it. I think we both went Games Pass.
I think we both did go Games Pass.
We also been playing with our friend Howard. Also went Games Pass. So
yes, he did as well. And I believe Garrett went Games Pass as well.
Okay, I haven't played with him yet. I know Thomas did get the physical copy.
Yes.
And based off the server issues, everyone went Games Pass.
That's how it appears. Yeah.
After like 24 betas and 200 stress tests, the servers are not handling everyone playing as well as they thought.
No, and Rare did say, you know what, even after all the betas and all that, we did not plan for Games Pass being as prolific as it was.
Yeah, which is a good thing, but a bad thing.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So, let's just jump in and talk about Sea of Thieves. We're probably, I don't know, 6 or 7, I'm probably close to 10 hours on it.
I'm probably about 8.
Yeah. So, understand when we talk about it very early on, and we didn't play any of the betas.
No, we did not. Although, to be fair, I did download one of the betas, and then I never played it. Because I was going to, and I was like, no, you know what? I want this game to surprise me.
Right.
And I think it turns out a good thing I didn't play the betas. Because there would have been no surprises left. Which we'll get to.
Yeah, so I did not play the betas, didn't even download them. Fresh to this, like a newborn, right out of the womb. Shaky legs and all. Sea legs, some people call those.
No, sea legs you have when you have grown accustomed to being on a boat.
Oh, yeah, non-sea legs. It's a good catch. The game has no tutorial.
0. No, and by no tutorial... He means none. 0, zilch, zip, nada. You literally show up, you spawn in a bar.
Mm-hmm. Tavern.
We'll call it a tavern.
Yeah.
Or maybe a pub.
Yeah, they're serving grog.
And basically, that's it. You're on your own.
So it's weird. I've heard people out there saying, oh, there's a tutorial that says, oh, eat a banana, do this, do that. I don't know where that's at.
Me either, because I got none of that.
I didn't have that either. So I've heard people saying you spawn in a bar, you have no tutorial, and I've heard people say you spawn in a bar and there is a tutorial that kind of walks you through some of the very basics, like here's how you access inventory, and there was none of that for me.
No, I didn't get any of it either.
I
just figured stuff out as I went.
Standing in a bar.
Yep.
You don't know where your boat is, how to get to your boat. You don't understand anything, and I like that.
Yeah, it was kind of nice. It's a very it brings out the discovery that I feel like a real pirate would have. Just
right.
that That idea of just discovering things.
You're not concerned about anything. You're like, I'll just go pirate.
Yeah,
because you have the basics of pirating as, like, you know what pirates do.
In your own mind, yes.
Yeah, you understand that pirates, like, they go out and they get on a ship and they go to somewhere and they steal something or kill bad people, or they are bad people and kill good people, or, like, you understand a pirate's life. So now you just have to figure out how to do it with a controller.
Right.
And the game is very simple to control. At least I think it is.
I do too.
It is better at navigation than combat.
I agree with that.
And the thing that it does better than anything is the sailing.
Yes, the sailing is... It should also be noted that while the sailing mechanics are amazing, the water that you sail on adds to the experience by looking phenomenal. This whole game is pretty. This game is a very pretty game. It's a very beautiful game.
The backdrop, the water and the skies are by far the most impressive part of this game. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but the water is absolutely incredible.
It's probably the best water I think I've probably ever seen in a game.
Yeah, I would agree with that. At one point, I actually went out on the bow and I just looked straight down, where I could see nothing but water in my frame.
Right.
I don't know that I would know I wasn't watching a video if I didn't already know. I know that was a long way to say that it looks like a video. But, like, as someone who was in the game, when I looked down at it, like, if I called someone in a room and was like, hey, what is this? They'd be like, I don't know, a video of water.
Right.
Like, it is that good.
It's that good.
And it's not, even after 10 hours, like, it's still, like, not lost on me.
Yeah, it's still beautiful to look at.
So, last night I played, I pretty much have seen a lot of pretty blue water. Last night when we played, it was shit the whole time. It stormed, it rained, the water was like greenish, darkish color.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is like a whole different water that I haven't even encountered yet. And it also changes when you're underwater, when you're in a storm and stuff like that. And I think this game is impressive right now. I think it reminds me a lot of Vanilla Destiny in the way that it's a beautiful, well thought out world with not that much to do in it right now.
I consider that a fair assessment.
You know, I've said it before of games, it's a mile wide but an inch deep. And it feels like that, but it's okay. Like, I know what Destiny became. I know what this game could become. I don't know
what Rare's plans are.
Right.
Rare has to implement the plans to continually add to this. Now, here's the scary part about that, is what we have now is very limited in what there is to do in the game. Yes, it looks beautiful, but as far as actual gameplay and things to do in the world, it's very limited. That's 5 years of work.
Right.
So what are we looking at for DLC? You can't release your first DLC 2 years out. You've lost too many people at that point.
And a lot of effort right now is on getting the servers corrected.
Yes.
So how far does that delay?
Exactly.
You know, in essence, there are a handful of objects that you can interact with and use in the game. Every island you go to that's an outpost has the same NPCs on it.
That's correct.
For health, you're eating bananas.
That's it. Just bananas.
You have 4 weapons.
No cocoa nuts? No.
No cocoa nuts anywhere, which is appalling for a pirate game.
Yeah, exactly. Why is there no cocoa nuts?
Also, there's no rum.
There is no rum. There is grog.
Yeah, I don't know whose call that was, but the fact that they're not bottles of rum that you can take with you and get shitty somewhere else,
right,
is disappointing. It's just limited. It's, you know, there are 3 factions right now that have different quests. 2 of them are fetch quests. So they're basically the same thing. You're just collecting different things.
Yep.
One of them is a very small go here and fight a horde mode. Like 2-3 waves, and then you get, you know, a mask to return. It's also basically a fetch quest. And I understand. I don't want anyone to be like, well, being a pirate's kind of like always being on a fetch quest. Like, I get how it works.
Yeah.
I just need a little variety in my life, though. Because, you know, at first we were doing all the gold hoarder stuff. And last night jumped in and I did a lot of the Order of the Souls, I think it's called. It's something like that. It's got a spooky.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you go somewhere, you kill a few people, you take a mask back. And it's like, yeah, this is different, and I like that it's switching it up, but it's
not different enough.
Right, to get to the late game stuff, I hear you got to max everything out at level 50.
Yes.
So I'm level 10 on gold hoarders, level 5 on Order of the Souls, and level 2 on the merchants. But I'm like, do I want to do this for 50 more hours?
Or more.
It took me 10 hours to get there. You got to assume the progression slows down.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to do this for 50 more hours of the same thing? And this is part of my complaint with a lot of games like Destiny. I don't want the grind. Which is crazy because I love the selling. I love being on a boat with you guys.
Well, the thing about Sea of Thieves that you have to remember, and to be honest, you should have known this going in, but it doesn't have a story. It doesn't have a classic single player mode. The game is literally meant for you to jump into and grind. Solo, I feel like that's kind of on you if that's not something you want to do, because it's kind of what the game is, and I don't think Rare has ever been shy about that. I do agree that they need to offer more ways to grind, possibly more objects or persons or things to grind, not grind against, grind
or grind against. I'm not even opposed to that.
But I think Rare has been pretty upfront about what you were going to get, and I think they followed through on that. I just think they need to offer more.
Yeah, I just never imagined I'd get a game where I could do 3 quests and only eat bananas.
And I do get that, and that's why I do think they need to offer a little bit more variety in those things.
There's not even monkeys or parrots.
There is not monkeys or parrots, and this may be something they're looking at. We don't know what kind of. We know this game's been in development for a while. We know it's been pushed back a couple times. We have no idea what kind of pressure Rare was to just by Microsoft to be like, look, you got to get it out.
You made a pirate game without a parrot, Rare.
They did do that.
That's unacceptable. How much more hardcore is each person you walk up to when they got a parrot on their shoulder?
Depends on what you do with the parrot.
Or a monkey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want it to seem like I don't love it. I do love it.
Yeah.
It's just really early.
Well, here's the thing about the world is, with the exception of the water, the world doesn't feel alive.
Right.
There's no NPCs anywhere, except for on the main outpost islands. You're not running into why not run into... You're sailing on the water and you run into a skeleton ship that starts shooting at you.
Right. There are birds in that game.
Yes, there are.
But you can't interact with them.
You just watch them fly around.
Right. So when you go to an island, you get that, and you get sometimes you'll see like
pigs.
Some
snakes.
Pigs, snakes, chickens. They all feel like they created a world and they just clicked a mouse a couple times to drop a few things on each island. And the snakes are one of the enemies, also one of the animals. But I will say the snakes, to me, seem like the most rushed part of this entire game. They don't look particularly great, and even when you're like hitting them with your sword, like it doesn't seem like the hitbox is correct.
Yes.
Like I'll be slicing up in the air and it's getting hit. And if you get stuck beside one and can't figure out where it is and it poisons you, it just keeps poisoning you to the point where you can't even see the screen anymore. And I'm like, this is bizarre because I can't even get out of this situation.
Yeah. Snakes need some work.
Yeah, it just feels... And speaking of enemy types, you've got skeletons, snakes, sharks.
That's it.
Skeletons, snakes, and sharks. And the sharks aren't as rampant as I was worried they would be, and I do like that because there's a certain amount of tension with sharks.
Because just okay, a little bit of a spoiler alert here. But sharks appear predicated on how long you've been in the water.
Well, see, I thought that. I don't know if that's true, and I'll tell you why. Last night,
tell me why.
We decided to kill a shark with our swords. We had a bad. The end of last night turned bad because we encountered some dickheads that all they wanted to do is sink our boat, which is another problem I have with the game. So I said, forget about it. Sail to the middle of the ocean. We jump out. We anchor down. We jump out, and we kill sharks with our swords. And of course, you know Howard. He's like, I'm down.
Yeah.
So we sail out to the middle of the ocean, the deepest part we think we can find. No islands anywhere around us in sight. We anchor down. We jump out. We go down. Swim down as far as we can go to get back up still. Hanging out. We're probably in the water for 10 minutes and did not see anything.
Really?
Not even other fish out there. And that was a little disappointing because once I decided to kill a shark with my sword, I didn't see another one for the entire night. And we tried that a couple different ways.
I wonder if you need to be closer to land.
I don't know. We were way the hell out there and didn't see anything. But I've been attacked way out there before. Because I fell off the crow's nest the first time we played and a shark got me.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. You're like, what's getting me?
Yeah, I never even saw it. It got me from the back. But I know it had to be one of those things because there's only 3 enemy types in the whole game.
Right, so it had to be a shark.
Skeletons don't swim. Snakes don't swim. So there is don't tell us there's a crack and we know. That doesn't count.
Right, it doesn't count.
So I don't know. It just, I really, really, really like it. I really love the idea of it. It's so much fun with your friends. It's got a Minecraft feel to it.
Yeah.
Not that you're building, but that it's chill and you're just kind of hanging out. The problem is if you get on a server with people who don't care about playing the game and only care about ruining the experience for you, they can do that.
Yes. They can. This game is tailor-made for trolls. To be fair, it's kind of inherent in the fact that it's a pirate game. Because that's the kind of thing pirates do. So I get that. Don't go off on me about, that's what pirates do. I understand that. That's not my point.
See, I disagree. Pirates are always trying to get the treasure, the booty. Sometimes I don't have any. You killed me, then you kill me, then you kill me, then you kill me. Like, my boat still doesn't have anything on it because you killed me 45 seconds ago.
Yeah, and
they're not trying to go get anything. They're not on a quest. They just want to kill us over and over and over. When they sink your ship, it spawns not there, but at a nearby island.
Yes.
If once they figure out that island, they'll just kill you and then go to that island and kill you and go to that island and kill you and go to that island.
Yeah, and that is literally just to ruin your experience, nothing else.
Right, and if you're playing that way, stop being a piece of shit. You're not having fun, and we're not having fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to kill it. No, it's not. Fuck off. You're a piece of shit. I'm surprised you found 3 other people who are friends.
Yeah.
That's not fun for anyone because you could be doing actual quests, making actual money, and there are some upgrades for your boat that are hell of expensive, so I know you need the money. Because it's like $70,000 to do anything to your ship.
Yep.
And I'm sitting at like $5,000.
Them sales do look good, though.
Yeah, they do. So, people can ruin the experience here. The other thing...
Which is true of anything.
Yeah, but it's like an open invitation to ruin it here.
Yeah, fuck those people, though.
The other thing that I really don't like at this point, when you commit to a server in a boat size, you commit with the people you are in with.
Yeah, you can't invite, you can't
say, so you're joining, let me dock this and switch to a bigger boat. No.
Yeah, you should be able to do that, I agree.
You have to quit out, party back up with the new person, select the new ship, go back in, and you lost everything you collected along the way.
Which is incredibly wonderful when the actual server decides to kick out one member of your party. Yeah, so then everybody has to quit and restart.
Mm-hmm. Or you spend forever collecting all these supplies so that you can play the rest of the night without having to worry about stuff.
Yep.
And then someone says, I got disconnected. Okay, good. We're starting back with 15 of everything now.
Yep.
I had no fault of anyone's here, but, that sucks. And it's overall, I like the game. I finally checked the reviews yesterday. I'd stayed away from them. It looks like it's getting the high 6s to medium to low 7s. I agree with that. I think that's fair.
I do too.
And I think it's an above average game, which I think is why that's a fair score. But it's not perfect.
And no, there is a lot of room for it to grow to be what it could be.
So much room. They can add new islands everywhere. They can add life everywhere. They can add new quests everywhere. They can do so many things. And this is something I commented on, I think, to you. I don't remember who I was talking to. I think part of the problem is that they had to create an entire world underwater that you don't see 99% of the time.
I don't think that was me you commented to.
Yeah.
But I can see that. Yeah, there is an entire world that is existing underneath the water that, yeah, you're right. You don't see most, if not nearly all of the game.
Yeah, so when you look at it, you're like, there's not much to it, but you don't realize is where you spend most of your time is on the water, and everywhere that you're on the water has an underneath.
Yes.
So that is interesting. It's not used, though.
No, and I don't know what it means for the future of the game, whether that's a setup for something else.
Right. Now
coming, or...
We found a sunken ship.
Oh, yeah, we did.
One that was put there by the game, not someone who sank. That was brilliant. That's the kind of time that I want to have.
Well, that was fun.
We happened upon it by accident. We jumped off. We swam in. We got the stuff. A little tired. Late night on the ocean, on the open seas. We jumped in. We found the stuff, and we had a freaking blast getting all that out of there. Sharks are around. Yeah. We're worried about other boats pulling up on us.
We got one guy. I think I was manning the cannons or the guns, shooting the sharks, so you guys could get everything.
The tension is good in this game. Every time you're loaded down, you're like, God, I hope we don't see anybody.
And as much as you talk about not liking, as much as we talk about, these other people that are just trying to attack you, actual players that are just in their boat trying to attack you, when you see that boat in the horizon, your heart starts racing. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What do I do?
It's created a moment like that. I agree. Every time you see one, you're like, you're trying to be strategic. You're wondering if they want to attack you or if they also are just like, oh, shit, oh, shit.
Right.
But I would trade that for a peaceful experience with my friends.
I agree.
So I do think the tension is there between other people and enemies and just sharks, really. Water stuff with sharks. Because no shark, and then in real life, shark. Sharks aren't they're ninjas of the ocean.
Right.
So you're jumping in, you're looking around, you're like, I'm good. Then you turn around, there's a shark there. That's how it happens. In real life, that's how it happens.
How do you know this?
I've seen plenty of deep blue sea, so I understand how sharks work. But yeah, I really like the game. I don't want to spend a whole lot more time on it. If you have Games Pass or you have Xbox Live, you should get it. Just get Games Pass, spend $5, $10 a month, and try it out.
Try it out.
I think if you have Live already, Games Pass comes with a 14-day free trial.
I definitely do think that this is, and this isn't true of most games, but similar to Minecraft, I do think this is a game that you have to try for yourself to determine if you like it or not. You can't trust reviews. You can't trust what I say. You can't trust what Ryan says. That's the experience for us. But you really do need to try this for yourself to determine if it's a game that you enjoy or want nothing to do with.
Except for the water. You can trust us on that the water is the best looking water.
Yeah, the water does look the best.
So
but
good.
as far as actually playing the game, it doesn't matter who you're listening to. You have to try it for yourself to determine.
So
it creates a very personal experience in that way.
In like 10 hours in, here's my last question for you before we move on.
Okay.
How long will you continue to play this before you say, I'm just going to not play it till they put something else out?
Ooh.
Because I think both of us are in the camp that we'll come back if we have to step away.
Yeah. I don't know because, as I told you before the podcast, I'm different than like you and probably most of the people that are playing this. You enjoy it more when your friends are in, and you're playing and you're goofing around and doing quests. I will not lie. I have spent probably 2.5 hours just by myself in a sloop, just sailing.
Yeah, I did the solo thing. I did not enjoy it.
I like that.
Yeah, so
I turn on some Jimmy Buffett music and away I go. Just sailing. And I'll stop at different islands and just look around them. I will get off and, and if I see a ship in the horizon, I'll veer away from it. But I spent a couple hours just doing that. Just not doing quests. Just kind of traversing the map in my boat. Just sailing.
But do you want to do that again?
I would do it again, yeah.
Yeah. I guess my thing is, so I'm like 10 hours in. I could probably see me doing like 40 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting on with you guys and all that. But what's already happening is I'm already like, last night I was having a blast. Those dudes started blowing our boat up. I'm like, I think I'd rather play Rocket League. Which is the pickle that I get myself into all the time with every game.
Yes.
That moment where something happens that I don't like, and I'm like, I'd rather play Rocket League. Like, Rocket League has become my safety blanket for gaming.
Yes. I see that.
And when something's happening that I don't like, I'm like, I'll just do the thing that I know I like. It's your go-to at a restaurant when you pull up and you're like, I'll just get this because I know I like it.
Yeah.
That's what
I get that.
And Rocket League has a spring event going right now. I'm like, I'm missing stuff. And
they do. They do.
I really like Sea of Thieves, but I say at about 40 hours in, if there's no new stuff, I'm probably going to have to bow out until some stuff shows up.
That's fair.
Just because I have so much to play.
I have some things coming up. I still want to play A Way Out.
We've talked a lot about that the last week.
And we'll talk about it again today a little more. Far Cry 5 comes out Tuesday.
Yep.
God of War isn't far behind.
Right.
You've got Labo coming out.
Yeah. God of War and Labo, same day.
Detroit Become Human comes out. I got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, Ni no Kuni's really close for me when I want to play.
Yeah.
And the Labo stuff, God of War I'm going to play. It's crowded.
It's getting crowded.
I'm jonesing hard to play some Burnout Paradise Remastered.
Are you?
I've almost bought it twice already.
I have not. I'm not even close.
And there's a Scribblenauts Showdown, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah.
I want to play that also.
And now I just picked up the Games Pass, and I've started playing Gears 4 because it's one I wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
I've started playing that. So I've got a ton of games that I've wanted to play that I haven't had a chance. I still want to play Halo Guardians.
I want to play Lucky's Tale that's on there. Lucky Tales 2, I think.
Ah, yes. I think they just released that.
Yeah, that's one I want to play.
For a Games Pass. So there's a ton of games on there that I want to play. So I got a lot going on, and I'm still playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
Of course. As a matter of fact, I was playing right before.
You've actually been playing Rocket League more.
Yeah,
over the last couple months.
I have.
Is there a reason for that?
There hasn't been much more out there that's been attracting my attention as far as things I want to play.
Excuse me.
What happened?
That was a sneeze.
Are you okay? Oh, I thought you twisted your ankle, and I'm like, ah.
No, we're all up in spring, and my allergies are like, cool, I'll mess with you.
Gotcha. No, I don't know why, honestly. There just hasn't been much more that's been, I didn't play it much when when I was playing Life is Strange. When there's something out there, I play that. But for a while there, I played catch up on a lot of games. Horizon Zero Dawn, I was catching up on. I played the Wolfenstein games. So I wasn't as playing Rocket League as much. What I'm finding now is that I'm, just because of the confluence of events, I'm really not able to play until later at night, which is when you guys are getting on.
Right.
So why not play Rocket League?
Right. So we haven't. Rocket League has been weird lately because typically, you, Howard, myself will play, And then about the time you get off, Pat-Man gets on.
It's correct.
And then we play for a few more hours. But Pat-Man working a different shift and then has fallen head over heels for Monster Hunter Worlds.
Yes,
has not been playing the same amount of Rocket League.
Yes, that's true.
So it seems like the three of us will play for a while, and then me and Howard will play for a little while. But we've talked about it before on this podcast. I think if he is frustrating, he does not enjoy Rocket League. He's very competitive.
Oh, who's that, Howard?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if he's not doing well, he gets frustrated. If he's frustrated, he's not having fun.
And the problem is like most of us, when he gets tired, he gets frustrated. But again, like most of us, or out of the three of us, I guess, like us, when he's tired, he will not throw in the towel and just go to bed.
Right.
He will continue, and so then he gets more frustrated and even enjoying it even less, which makes him more frustrated because he's more tired now. And it's just this vicious, vicious cycle.
Yeah, so it just seems like Rocket League we haven't spent as much time with Rocket League lately.
We haven't as a
group.
As the group.
Right.
Now, I've been playing a lot of it just solo, just jumping in with randos I'm playing because it's just also second nature now. I don't have to think. I can literally like chill out, hold the controller
right
over my head and just go. You know, I don't have to even pay attention to except for what's on the screen.
Now, one thing that I have been watching is all the RLCS, the Rocket League Championship Series, all the Rival Series. I've been really into esports this time.
Yeah?
Like, really into it. I'm even watching, like, the stuff I miss. I'm going back and finding.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think I've missed a match yet this season. We're only 2 weeks in. And it's partially because I want to see the way they play. It's also because I think the production and the broadcast is really good.
It is. Did you see that yesterday where, who was it? I think Justin was going to score and a car had been blown up and respawned in and blocked the shot. Did you see that?
Yeah. There were a couple touches yesterday. I think Garrett had one that just absolutely, even their excitement level, the commentators' excitement level, their like pure passion for Rocket League.
Yeah, they get it right.
Is amazing because it's not forced. You know, when they're like, "Oh my God," it's because their mind's blown.
Right.
And I think that's the reason I've stuck with this game for as long as I have is because someone who is that close to it every day can still have their mind blown.
Yeah.
This game constantly evolves and changes, and the meta changes every season. And it's just so different from where it started. And it's not because the game is any different. Like, people make it different.
People make it different. Yes.
People push it to a level it was never supposed to be pushed to, and then they go past that. And the esports, they got a new set. It was already a pretty gangster set. Now they got a new set. And it's just so good. It's so well done. And you can tell that all the money I spend on crates, like, I feel like they're actually putting it back into that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they got some amazing stuff going on in RLCS.
And a lot of times, so for the Rival Series, it's somewhere around 50 to 60,000. But if you get on the Championship Series, especially North America, it's almost always over 100,000.
Yeah, that's just big money as far as I'm concerned.
That's a lot of people tuning in to watch your broadcast. Considering it's like a 6-hour-long broadcast each time.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Plus the rewards help too. People want to get on and get the rewards.
Yeah. I watch it from time to time.
I got an awesome boost trail from watching yesterday. It's killer. I got a kind of a crappy paint job too out of there, and I got some pretty cool wheels out of it. So I've got 3 rewards from this set. But yeah, I'm just really into the esports side of it. There's a tournament here, a local tournament. I don't remember if I talked about it last week.
You didn't. You've told me.
Yeah. So it's like a $20 to go, $5 pot buy-in to play whatever game you want to play. And it's $1,000 pot for Rocket League. No details, so I'm guessing it's a 1v1.
Could be.
And I think I'm going to play in that and get beat by a 12-year-old. So that's exciting.
Go for it.
But yeah, those are the only... I believe those are the only two things I played this week.
Yeah, I think I haven't played much either.
Well, I played some Mario Odyssey on the Switch.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. That cereal box got me back into Mario Odyssey, so good job, Nintendo.
You're so lame.
I've been playing some more of that.
So lame.
I think that's it, though. It feels weird to be on my Xbox, my PS4, and my Switch. I do now feel like I don't have enough time.
Right.
So that's a different experience for me.
I switch back and forth between the... You know what the problem is I turn them both on now.
Just to have them on?
Yeah.
I like a wired connection when I play, and where I'm at, I've only have one wired connection, so I constantly am switching the wired connection.
That must be annoying.
Not really. I have it mounted on the wall, because I'm going to have the TV on the wall, but it's not mounted yet.
Gotcha.
I just have two Ethernet cords constantly plugged into the Xbox and the PS4, and I just plug in whichever one I'm going to play. So it's not actually that bad.
Well, that's good. You got to figure out. I play on Wi-Fi everything, so.
Oh, that's ballsy.
I don't have very many problems.
Yeah, I like to play wired.
Well, where my room is it really set up for me to have a wired connection compared to where the
router's at.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough about Sea of Thieves. Enough about Rocket League. Let's jump into some headlines. Actually, I should also say, if you're new to the show, I don't normally sniff. I know it's annoying, but if not, I'll have snot dripping out of my face. Also, the podcast is available every Monday, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time on podcast services around the world. And if you love it so much, you're like, I can look past the sniffling, and I'd like to help these guys out, you can head over to patreon.com/Gamestitch, and we got some cool rewards, some cool goals, and we're getting ready to update those in the coming weeks. That will get you some content, hopefully early. Not this podcast, but potentially Dan's new podcast.
If you listened last week, you have an idea.
Yeah, and some other cool stuff that we do over there. We always do a kind of an insider's newsletter. They knew about the new show before it was announced on the podcast and different stuff like that. So check it out if you want to. If not, just listen, tell your friends about this podcast, and keep on keeping on. Okay.
You do you,
yeah,
right?
You do you. Fist bump explode. So we do around here. So we talked about
I stand by that. Fuck you.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. The Wii Shop was going to shut down as far as you buying points. That's happened.
Yes.
You're listening right now. That's happened.
Yep. You can't buy points anymore.
So there's a quick PSA, though, from us. You need to go spend the points you have by January of next year.
Or you will just lose them.
We will probably give you an update once you've lost them. So this is your last update before you lose them.
Right. You will not get a second reminder because we're all about consequences and actions here. If you don't take action, there will be consequences.
I had a moment
if you don't take
of reflection yesterday when I was putting my Wii back in its box.
Were you? Did you?
Because I've kept my Wii out this whole time.
Yeah.
I finally put it up yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like laying something to rest. Like putting it out to pasture.
R.I.P. Wii.
Yeah, I put everything back in its original box, and as I was packing it up, I was like, you know what? You've been a good system. Now, I did this to the Wii U long before the Wii. And I think the Wii U was a good system too, but there's something about the Wii was a special place, a special time. Remember back to Wii bowling and how much time you spent with people, and
yeah, that was the first. It was the first time in a long time that something truly different in consoles had come along.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Wii. I packed you away. Use your points before January of 2019.
Or you lose them. You just don't get them.
Yeah, January 31st, 2019.
You just get nothing.
So they're being kind and giving you all of January, which I wouldn't do. But if you still have Wii points, waste them on something. The store's still up. Just don't lose them.
No, just waste them.
Yeah, waste them.
Kind of like vacation days. You know, you're coming up on your year. You're about to lose your vacation days. Fuck that. Take them.
Use it or lose it, bro.
Don't lose them. That's stupid.
That's the first PSA we have.
Yeah.
We're going to roll into another PSA.
This is my favorite PSA.
You only need one copy of A Way Out if you want to play with a friend.
So cool.
Let me explain that. It's a co-op game. It requires 2 people. Either online or couch co-op. You have to have 2 people to play this game. Mm-hmm. Someone somewhere was smart enough to say, this could hurt sales.
Yeah. Because traditionally you would need 2 copies of this game so both people could play, even though there's not a single player element to it.
And I feel like most people are going to, when I say what I'm about to say, they're going to be like, well, that hurts sales too. Because EA or the developers, whoever, it's EA at the end of the day. They decide. Uh-huh. They're going to give a game away. Sorta. So what the second person gets is a trial that you can play from start to finish.
Yep.
But they cannot play on their own.
Exactly.
So I can't buy a copy, give Dan the friend copy, and Dan play without me.
Right.
But if I'm playing, he can play the entire game start to finish with me.
Basically, you can have a second player piggyback off of the original purchase.
Right. Which is genius. And I know you're thinking, well, that's going to cost some money. I don't think so, because we were going to wait on this game.
Right.
We said we'll wait on it. We want to play it, but it doesn't have to be now. I think that's gone.
Yeah, I think we're planning on picking it up.
Right.
This week. One of us.
Because we can spend $30, $40, whatever it is. How much is it?
It's $30.
$30.
$29.99.
And get 2 copies of it. Mm-hmm. I'm really struggling this morning.
And we have... here's the thing that I think is ideal. Let's say you buy it. We play together. I piggyback off you. We finish the game. Now, there are some choices, and there's different things you can do things in this game. So we get done. We finish it, and I'm like, man, that was cool. Now I've got another friend on my friends list that Ryan doesn't have that I think might like this. Maybe I'll go out and buy it.
Yeah, or maybe I'd like to play with someone else, so I'll convince them to buy it and share it with me, even though I have it. I don't know how that works. Maybe they don't have to share it with me. Maybe I can just play if I have a copy. I don't know. I think this could really grow and spread. You know, looking at Metacritic, it's getting the same kind of reviews that Sea of Thieves is, so I think it's an above-average game.
A lot of the reviews I've have said of that it's a pretty phenomenal game as far as story and characters goes, but it needs a little bit of work on
gameplay,
some of the technical issues.
Yeah, so I'm excited about it, and I think this is a brilliant move, and it definitely changed our timeline for this game.
And I also think it's necessary if you're going to create, distribute, publish a game that is 2-player co-op only. It's the only way you can play it. I think you kind of have to do this.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I don't guess they had to do this. I think it's such a smart move, and everyone knows that's listening to this podcast. EA could use some goodwill. Yeah,
and I think that they're earning just a tiny bit back with this choice.
The announcement also of this coincides with everything that's happened with this game, and like an explicit video from the game's director explaining this.
I love this guy.
This guy,
God, I love this guy so much.
This guy is like, if you started making games right now and had been in a capsule the entire time, and didn't realize there was like an etiquette or a way that you handle everything in yourself. And it is kind of refreshing.
I love this guy. This is like my favorite new video game creator.
Yeah.
I can't even pronounce his name.
Joseph.
Joseph Fares.
Yeah.
I don't even know. It's French. It's French. It makes me want to meet more French people.
Yeah, I just love how anti-PC he is all the time.
But full of passion.
So much passion. Maybe that's it. Maybe even his downfall is the passion. But I'm enjoying the ride right now.
Yeah, but he is full of passion with no fucks to give.
Yep. So that's kind of exciting. This next one's not really a PSA as much as we just got some more info and I want to update a little bit. We told you about the Atari box back when we learned a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
At GDC, we learned a little bit more. It's called the Atari VCS, which is
Video Computer System.
Which is such like an old school sounding name.
Well, fun fact is that the Atari 2600, actually the VCS, the Atari VCS was in the running as one of the names for the Atari 2600.
So it's got that vibe, that old school vibe with the name. We still don't know a ton about it. I'm reading some conflicting reports of people saying it's $250, some people saying it's $300, some people saying they don't know the price.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened there. It seems like that's going to be the range. They showed it with what looks like a modern controller. Yeah, they show it looks like a modern controller, and then they show it looks like a updated Atari joystick.
Yep.
It's got the faux wood grain. It's got the look down. It's got the vibe down. It's got the feel down. Kind of gives me the feels when I look at it a little bit. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, this is not a game console. This is a Linux-based computer.
Yep, essentially it's
focused around playing games.
It's essentially going to be probably an emulator of some sort, I would assume.
So, they say it will have cartridges of some form. I don't know if it will. I don't see that making any sense. I don't see a cartridge slot on here, so I don't know if it's like a USB stick, flash drive thing.
Yeah, I don't know either.
They say it's capable of running new games as well as all of the Atari catalog. So you'll have those classics, but also you could play new ones. A lot of the reports I'm reading are saying expect power that's somewhere around the Switch and not the Xbox One or the PS4.
Yes, I've seen that too.
It appears it's a Steam box if you took the Steam out of it.
It's a box.
It's it's an Atari box. So you'll be playing their games, and I assume people will have to make things to work on the VCS.
Yeah, probably.
So that's your Atari update. We really don't know anything other than it's still real, and I want to make sure that I say this. The one that was at GDC was non-working.
Yes.
They did let some people actually touch it, feel it.
It was essentially a shell, though.
Yeah, but it was not working. Which is exactly what you want out of your console.
Well, probably wouldn't be the first one.
No. Ooh, yeah.
I still have mine.
Me too. I packed it away too.
Me too. I'm curious what happens if I plug it back up somewhere.
I keep thinking about that. Like, what is it now if I plug? Is it even function?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Or did I just have this big fucking black brick paperweight doorstop thing?
Razer bought them.
I know.
Here's how nostalgic I got for the Ouya, because I liked it. If you go back and find that podcast, you'll find that we both liked it.
Yeah, we did like it.
I got online the other day and seeing how much I could scoop up the Reading Rainbow blue one for.
How much?
It was expensive, more than like $280 or something. Much more than I thought it was worth. But I thought if I could find one for like $50 or $60,
yeah,
I might just be enough of a lunatic to order one. Because it's blue, it's got the signature on it.
Yep.
From what's his name?
LeVar Burton.
Yeah, LeVar Burton, and it looks good.
It does look good. Yeah, I'm curious. It's so tiny too, so little.
Yeah,
so cute.
It had the weird faceplate that the whole faceplate came off, and that's where your batteries went.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah,
but yeah, I still got mine, and I have thought about what happens if I pull this out and hook it up. What happens?
Rest in peace, Ouya. We're killing off a lot of systems today.
You were bright. You were a shining star.
You shine too. You flow too close to the sun.
Too bright.
You flew too close to the sun. Ouya. I would like to go a week without doing a Fortnite story. This is not the week.
Nope.
And I want to say something about Fortnite also. Like, I don't think we have done a swell enough of a job explaining just how popular Fortnite is. I know we talk about it each week and we say, oh, people love it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I can remember back to a time, a single game has been talked about the way that Fortnite is talked about. People that I know don't play any video games Like, I'm sure they don't play any video games. They're asking me what Fortnite is or how Fortnite works. They know the name. They understand the idea behind it, and they just kind of want more details. I can't remember a time when a game was like that, when a game was so, I don't even want to say mainstream, but just the public was so aware that a game existed. And maybe Minecraft, but even, this seems like it's happened even faster than Minecraft. Like, Minecraft had its groundswell, its core group of people who were playing, and then a few years later down the road, it caught on. Fortnite has, Battle Royale launches, and it just set the world on fire ever since, and it continues to grow. And I just want to take a second to point out, I don't know that I've ever seen a game achieve this amount of notoriety in the time that it has. Because everyone is talking about, I know people who are in their 60s who have never played a video game that are talking about Fortnite. It just has, it has gone, like, I don't know, a better word than viral. Like, it is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I don't know. It's nice to see that they keep working on it, keep updating it. I mean, they're constantly putting new things into Fortnite. My problem with it is that it only ever seems to be for the Battle Royale.
Well, that's the one, though, has caught fire. And I didn't even read, I didn't even tell anyone the story yet. The story's just that they're adding a replay editor. But the bigger picture here is that just the people that come up to me that know I play video games are like, what about that Fortnite? I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, I just don't ever remember a time like this that it happened so fast. And one of the ladies that I work with was talking about taking her son to a wrestling event that's coming to Nashville. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, oh, is he really into wrestling? She said, yeah, he really is. I said, is that what him and all his friends talk about at school? He's in middle school. She's like, no, they only talk about Fortnite. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, it's pretty popular. She's like, no, they only talk about Fortnite. It's all they do. It's all they talk about. It's all they think about. They're at work or they're at school talking about strategies and drawing maps. And I'm like, what a cool thing.
It is cool.
And, it's your nephew last week. Same thing, Fortnite. That's what everybody's talking about. Maybe it's because it's free. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But this game, when celebrities
he does a lot of PC gaming.
Yeah, celebrities are just logging in to play. They're not paid anymore. Yeah. They're logging in to play because they already play it. And they realize people will spend lots of money to watch them play it. It's crazy.
It is.
The game is on a new level. And also, if you like the save the world mode, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Because that ain't where it's at for them anymore, and I get it. You got to go with it.
It's unfortunate, though, because that was a really, really cool.
Yeah. Side note, and a story I also don't have on here, they shut down Paragon.
Which we knew was coming.
We assume, I think it's not even gone yet. I think it's like the end of April. But we assume it's so that they can work on Fortnite. More hands on the deck. They also announced all the assets for Paragon will be put online for use with Unreal Engine for everyone. And they're saying it's roughly $12 million worth of assets. Mm-hmm. You'll be able to use them in anything that you make in Unreal. And in theory, you would be able to remake Paragon and keep that alive. But
in theory,
it's a cool thing for them to do. They already gave all the money anyone ever spent on it back. They have handled shutting a game down before it's ready as well as I've ever seen anyone handle it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a model to be followed for the future if this happens.
Yeah. God of War's gone gold.
Yeah.
That means it's happening.
Yeah.
Bet your sweet ass it'll have a day one patch like everything else, though.
Probably. Zeus!
We're getting a new Kratos this time.
Yeah. He's
like a lore tabbed out Kratos.
I don't think he's lore tabbed. I'm pretty sure that being a father has tempered him a bit. But he still has his crazy anger rage moments.
Yeah,
is my understanding.
He's taken it down a notch for sure. And along with the announcement, game director Corey Barlog also shared his thoughts reaching this milestone and reflecting on the game's development in a post on the blog. He said, going gold means so much more so much more to me with this game. It's been a long, exhausting journey filled with laughs, arguments, a healthy dose of fear, with a side of doubt. And if you saw him at the PlayStation Experience, he looked like it's been a long, exhausting journey.
He was in rough shape.
And for those that don't know, he had a vision with, long before this game, he wanted to do a single camera, no cutaways, no fades, one shot.
Basically a one-shot game.
He left Santa Monica, Sony Santa Monica. He went to Crystal Dynamics. He wanted to do that for Tomb Raider. He just recently said all this. And they're like, you're crazy. It doesn't make sense. It's not the vision the rest of the team has. He shortly thereafter decides to leave because he has an opportunity to go back to Santa Monica Studio and work on the new God of War, which he said this will be the perfect place to showcase that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what happened with this game. That's one of the big draws for me, is to see how this works.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It is, think of a single camera show. Like, it is one camera. No cuts, no fades, one camera, the entire story. As if someone was just walking around behind, filming everything start to finish. It's a neat idea.
It's going to be interesting.
But it's gone gold. Yep. It'll happen.
Gold. Yeah, because it's being processed.
420 is when it comes out.
And manufactured. And I'll be getting that.
420, same day as Labo.
Yeah, good luck with that, bud.
Labo. I'll be cutting off monsters' heads and putting together paper houses.
Cardboard houses.
Yeah, it's fine. Cardboard paper.
It's not paper.
It's all paper. From gold to cowballs. Our next story is about Far Cry 5.
No way.
It seems the weirdest mission in the game is an annual testicle festival, which might be the greatest name for anything.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Well, also I heard a rumor, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that there is going to be a mission in here where you are looking for Donald Trump's supposed the tape of him getting peed on or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's from Russia. There's a rumor that you can find the pee tape.
So this game is already crazy. It's a radical, apocalyptic cult in a small Montana town, led by a crazed figure known as the Father. And in the you've seen videos, there's a lot going on here.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a very serious message with also like the right amount of crazy sprinkled all the way around this thing.
Which is how I like everything.
But the reason I put this on here is because if you weren't already excited about it, I'm not getting this. I want to make sure I say that. It's not my kind of game. But even me who's not getting this and who can admit it's not their kind of game is super excited about this game. For what it means, for what it does. It's such a smart play, I think, especially right now. Like, it's okay to tackle some of these tough things that we have a hard time talking about. And it's even more if you can wrap it up with a testicle festival. Like, if you could just take the nuts from 11 to 12, like, I can appreciate that. It just looks... This game looks like the white trash, small town Montana kicked up a notch.
A lot of patriotism, I believe.
Sure. We could say that.
Whether guided or misguided,
right?
It's there.
It seems like some strong beliefs for sure. And if there are any characters that I could say that you could gun down and feel okay about, it seems to be the bad people in this game.
Now, when you say you, are you speaking directly to me?
Just anyone.
Okay. Just making sure that you weren't speaking
There might be
directly
sympathizers
to me.
out there, I don't know, but it seems like these are the kind of people you could be like, yeah, they were not good people. Like, I feel like most people can agree the people that you'll be going after in this game, not great people.
I feel like that's probably fair.
Yeah. Remember, it launches March 27th, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. That story is really on here just because the Testicle Festival is a great name. for anything.
It's got a little bit of rhyme to it too. Like,
yeah, it doesn't rhyme perfectly, but it rhymes enough.
No, like it would show up like
you could hear a rapper dropping a Testicle Festival.
Yeah, but not like, I don't know, but not like Tupac or one of those. It'd be like Killer Mike or ASAP Rocky.
Like,
one of
Welcome
those.
to the Testicle Festival.
Yeah,
maybe it's a good way to open up an album by saying "Welcome to the Testicle."
Welcome to the Testicle Festival.
When I start talking though, and I start saying Testicle Festival, my mouth takes over.
It rolls, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can't stop it.
No.
Once you're going there. Star Wars Battlefront 2, way after its release, seems to finally understand how they should have done it to start with. They have totally revamped the game, and they have addressed what I would say are most of, if not all of the issues.
Mostly it boiled down to the microtransaction stuff.
So they have unlocked all hero ships for all players. And the crates are purely cosmetic. It is no longer pay to win. You level up by playing the characters.
That's exactly how it should have been.
And everything is cosmetic. Everything can be earned without it. If you have purchased the crates and unlocked those items, they are still unlocked for you, even though you may not be a high enough level to use those. Mm-hmm. Because they didn't want to disappoint everyone who did open up the wallets. But it seems like they finally have made this game right. And here's what I'm thinking. This has less to do with this game and more to do with what EA does in the future.
How so?
I think this move has more to do with Battlefields and maybe another Battlefront and maybe another Titanfall, way more than it has to do with Star Wars. Like maybe Battlefront 2, I should say. It has way less to do with this and way more to do with what the future of EA is. They had to figure out how to make a system that didn't piss people off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before they got to a point of other games coming out.
Yeah. Here's what happened. And kudos to everyone who spoke out on this and derided it as screwing over the customer and consumer, because that's pretty much exactly what it was. But on EA's part, this was a grand experiment to see if they could get away with it. Because depending on what happened here, Ryan, I agree, was going to guide what they did with games in the future.
Yeah.
Were people going to be okay with basically being sold half the game and having to buy the rest of it as they went? It was a grand experiment. Consumers called them out on it. It failed. They've changed it. I don't think you'll see EA. They'll probably try some other form of this or some other form of something, but this grand experiment failed. And it goes out to the consumers for calling out EA for that.
So they made it right, so the next time a game comes out, you don't have to fear that they're going to do this again, because look, we made it right.
Yeah.
We did good.
Look, we tried. If they would just come out and say, look, you know what? Yeah, we tried something. You didn't fall for it. You're smarter than us. Congratulations. Here you go. Here's everything for free.
The real loser here are all the people who bought this game to enjoy it and play it. Mm-hmm. Because even as they tried, it was caught up in too much controversy.
Yep. So they didn't have near...
And
not only did they have those problems with the microtransactions, but they didn't have as many people involved in playing it.
So those people, and then the people who made the game, because it wasn't their choice.
Right.
You know, those are the losers here. The people who spent years working on this game, and the people who bought it and wanted to play it and said, loot boxes be damned, I still like the game and I want to play it. Like, those are the people that really lost.
Yeah.
And it's too little too late for this game, but to me it was never about this game. I knew they'd make it right, and it was never about this, and it's not because they care to have people back playing this.
No, it's not. It's so they can say, look, we learned our lesson. We're not going to try that.
Yeah, we get it. See? We love you guys. We've always loved you guys.
Yeah.
And, you know, there are obviously... EA has a lot of people that work there in a lot of different sides. It's clear with A Way Out. The director has done nothing but speak highly of
it. Say good things about him.
Same thing for Unravel. If you ever listen to that guy talk about the game, I mean, first off, he can't hardly talk about it without crying, because he can't believe that, you know, he got a shot to make that game. But EA was the whole reason it exists.
Right.
So, you know, it's easy to say they're this big, bad mega corporation. But I think that's not fair to them either. Mm-hmm. But I think that there are certainly some people who are misguided at the top of that.
No doubt. And here's the thing is, and I think we said this before, you can't blame any person, corporation, anything for wanting and trying to make money. I know there's a whole anti-greed thing. You know, oh, nobody likes greed. No, that's bullshit. Everybody likes greed.
Right.
Everybody is greedy. They would have more if they could. And you're going to see these experiments happen from time to time. This isn't the first place it's happened. EA isn't the first one who's tried something that completely, shit the bed. Crystal Pepsi, New Coke. Any of those were shitty fucking experiments that just took your money.
Except for Crystal Pepsi. I stand by it.
No, Crystal Pepsi shit.
Crystal Pepsi's back. It may be gone, but it was back.
Okay. So, the thing is they've learned from it. I do believe they appear to have anyway. This grand experiment of trying to rake in as much money as possible didn't work. We're not going to do it. Anytime these things happen, just speak out like you did. Like all those consumers who felt they were ripped off by Battlefront 2, they all spoke out. They're the ones you have to thank for this experiment going awry and not working.
Because people like Chris Lee in Hawaii will always want to be in the headlines when he can.
Yeah, he's not the guy that... He had nothing to do with this.
But when enough people speak out, a guy like Chris Lee, and I mean no disrespect, but a guy like Chris Lee will step up to a microphone with a much larger platform than you have and talk about it. Yep. And he'll call it an online kids casino for Star Wars because he's a dumbass. But at the end of the day, that's a story that's then picked up by 1,000 other outlets because of its stupidity and also because of he has a reach that you don't with your voice. And I think that this is maybe, in recent times, this may be the best example I've seen of a group of people coming together to say, like, this is wrong in video games.
I agree with that.
Like, this is not right. And it becoming enough of a story like Fortnite, the same reason that Roseanne is tweeting that she won. It's because it's gotten big enough now that everyone who shouldn't be talking about it is talking about it. And that's what happened with this online Star Wars casino for kids. Is that
Stop it with it. Stop saying that.
It got so big, people that shouldn't be talking about it were talking about it, and then change has to happen. And,
God, I can't handle it.
Shout out to Chris Lee for having no idea what you're talking about.
The online Star Wars casino for kids.
Which, God, if I could just back up to my childhood, sounds fucking amazing.
Right. You didn't... By calling it that, it's not like you turned me off of it.
Yeah. Yes, please. If you could make an online casino for adults that was Star Wars themed, I'd like to go to that also.
One for me, one for my friend, please.
Right, yeah. I'll take one copy with a friend code, please. Thank you kindly. But, yeah, happy endings for everybody, I guess. Not hand jobs, but, like, the game seems to be better now. And maybe hand jobs, who knows?
I don't know what goes on in privacy of your own home, so.
Who knows? That's it for the news. Glad we brought it home strong. It's good to know we kept it together through all the stories. It's time for Gone But Not Forgotten, my favorite, oldest, newest recurring segment. We reach back in our gaming past. We tell you about an old game we loved that maybe you loved, maybe you didn't, but we think you should love it. And then at the very least, we think you should check it out on YouTube and show it a little bit of love. This week, it's my turn.
It is your turn.
And let me think how I want to say this. I believe that you have some history with this, even if you didn't own it or play it, but I could be wrong.
Who, me?
Yes.
Okay.
So my Gone But Not Forgotten is Excite Truck for the Wii. And here's why I think that you have some history with it, even if you didn't own it, because it was in the demo unit at GameStop.
Yes.
And we played a lot.
We did play it a lot.
And it was okay. Like, it was all right. It's not Mario Kart. It's not supposed to be.
No.
It was fun. And
but it's a good time.
Yeah, developed by Monster Games and Nintendo SPD, published by Nintendo, obviously. It came out in 2006 in North America, 2007 everywhere else. And it just, I don't know. It was like fast-paced, frantic, fun, but kind of simple. It used the motion controls in sort of a non-stupid way, sort of. And it was just okay. And I feel like it's easy to forget all the shovelware that was on the Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of fun.
Oh, yeah, it was a good time.
So, it does not hold up. It doesn't even look good. I watched a video yesterday. But it was a time and place.
Very much of its time.
Yeah, and I enjoyed that game, and I feel like most people didn't play it because there were just too many options on the Wii. You know.
Yeah, there was way too much junk, and you had to dig through some serious garbage to get to something that was good.
Yeah. One feature I remember having, because I actually purchased the game, was that you could set your own MP3s that were on your Wii to play in the background instead of the music that was for the game.
Yes.
Which was not groundbreaking.
Which was I kind of want to do with Sea of Thieves. I want to just upload a whole bunch of Jimmy Buffett in there and just say...
I thought you were going to say Marilyn Manson.
I do not want to.
While you're in the open seas.
No. I could do maybe some Rob Zombie.
No. That game is not right for that. That game needs like Jimmy Buffett or Kenny Chesney in the background. Just quiet, but where you can hear it.
No.
Yeah.
He's sailing around.
It doesn't need to be loud. Because I want to hear the water.
All of a sudden you hear some Rob Zombie.
No.
Living dead girl. Only
if you're maybe it changes to that when you're engaged by another ship. It could go hard when you get engaged.
I don't. What?
It could go hard when you get engaged.
That's what I thought you said.
We're talking about ship battles, not dicks.
I don't know if you worded that right, but okay.
That's what I mean. The music could go hard when you're engaged by another battleship. They're all battleships.
Another schooner?
Yeah, another sloop. Which, also, I want to go ahead and get this out here on some sort of physical media where people can
No, you're not.
Take it. If you can name your ship, I've already decided the sloop will be called Sloop Dog. Or Sloop Doggy Dog. I want to get that out there where people can hear it before anyone tries to steal the idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If they let you christen your ship with a name, it'll be Sloop Dog. For the small one. I don't know about the big one yet.
Mine's going to be Sloop, baby.
Yeah. Sounds good as Sloop Dog.
Shoot, baby, shoot, baby, shoot.
So you had to explain yours. I don't have to explain Sloop Dog.
Well, you don't, because yours is a person. Mine is a song.
You might even get away with, if you saw Snoop Dogg, you might get away with going, "What's up, Snoop Dogg?"
If you said it real quick.
Yeah. "What's up, Snoop Dogg?"
With a little accent so that, like...
What if you made yours Sloop Lion?
No, I don't
Remember when he did that?
Sloop Lion. I do. It's not as good.
No, it's not. Sloop Doggy Dog is not a ship you want to take you down. That'll piss you off. So I hope they let you name it, and I hope they tell you what ship sank your ship. They could be listening. So here's the thing. Someone on Twitter said, you guys should do a day one patch. An eye patch.
Right, so they did.
So they put it in. And then if you read the description, it says a message in a bottle from, I forget his name, requested this patch or something like that. And I don't know, they got a fancy pirate way of saying, like, appreciate the idea. It's a great idea. And now it's in the game. It's like 10 coins or something.
With a 1 on it.
Yeah, it's like 10 coins or something. And I have to assume it's a limited thing, but it's super cool.
I got it.
Yeah, me too.
I think I wear it, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I wear this. I didn't realize everything the controller came with, as far as the attire, had a unicorn on it. Until I got in the game and equipped it and was like, huh.
Are you playing with that controller?
No. But I do wear that stuff.
I know you do wear this stuff. I just wondered if you played with a controller.
Nah. I've taken the controller out of the box. I've held it. I'm not playing with it. It's too nice.
It is nice.
I don't want to taint it with my hand juice.
I'm thinking about trying to find one.
It's so nice. But the outfit is cool. But what it's done is that outfit's nicer than anything I can afford. So I just wear that, and I don't even care about buying anything now. Whereas,
yeah, I wear the day one stuff, the Black Dog pirate stuff.
But if I didn't have this, I'd be spending all my money on trying to look like more badass.
Yeah, me too.
But because I already have this, I'm like, I'm good. Like, I don't feel like I need anything else.
Yeah.
It's like gray with a teal border, and it's got like unicorns all over it. It also it comes with all of the ferryman outfit, which is an eye patch, a hat, pants, gloves, the overcoat, and then it also comes with the ferryman weapon pack, which gets you all of the normal weapons but in gold, except for the sniper rifle. It gives you the blunderbuss, the pistol, and the sword.
Cutlass?
Yeah, the cutlass and the old cutlass in gold.
It's not an
That's
old
what
cutlass,
I'd name my
it's
sword
different.
if it let me name my sword. An old
cutlass?
Yeah. It's a good name for a sword, too. But, yeah. I really love Sea of Thieves. I want to talk about it. I want to play it when I'm not playing it. I just hope they add stuff because I will get burnt out.
No doubt. I'm with you.
So,
I agree.
You're listening, Rare, which you seem to be because you're listening to people about eye patches, which was a great idea. You should add stuff to your game quickly.
Fastly. Very fastly.
Fast and quick, and I'm sure you're already working on it.
Oh, no doubt. You better be.
But we got to get some mo.
Gotta
and
get
make
some
it
more
free.
stuff out there.
Don't be assholes.
Oh, yeah, and charge us for the rest of the game?
Yeah, make that shit free. If you want to sell some crazy boat upgrades somewhere along the way that don't do anything but cosmetics, whatever. But let's get some content out there. Let's make that happen.
Some stuff.
Yeah, some stuff. Also,
how about a volcano?
Ooh, I like a volcano. How about a volcano that erupts sometimes?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, an active.
I didn't. What did you just? I just meant what a volcano.
I thought you want like a dormant one. Yeah.
Why would I want a dormant one? What fun is
you
that?
You can go on the island and just check it out and be like, oh, cool.
I don't think you thought that.
So, the story I should have covered earlier.
Oh, Jesus.
God of War, Corey Barlog said there will be no microtransactions in God of War.
Oh, yeah.
Should have tossed that out there
none.
earlier. I don't know why there would be, but...
Yeah, there's not a reason for it. If they were in there, it would definitely be a money grab because there's no reason for them.
Right. I don't know. All right.
Me neither.
That's my Gone But Not Forgotten Excite Truck. If you have a Gone But Not Forgotten for us, hit us up using the hashtag GBNF. And yes, I know I told 3 stories that were unrelated to Excite Truck, but I never closed out the segment properly.
Might have been a bit of a sidebar.
Yeah. Now it's time for shout-outs. Remember, if you want to shout out, all you have to do is head over to patreon.com/Gamestitch and support us at the $10 tier. $10 gets you a shout-out on each and every episode that we do. And you can tell us whatever you want us to say, and we'll say it within reason. And our reasons, we're pretty cover almost everything.
Yeah, we don't hold back on a lot.
Yeah, and if you don't give us a shout-out, we give you a shout-out because it's yours.
It's true.
You've earned it. We're not going to take away it because you didn't do it. We're going to give you one. And we've got 2 shout-outs this week.
Those.
Do we have actual shout-outs?
Do we?
No, I said do we?
No, we do not. No. We do not have actual shout-outs.
I think we'll wrap these together.
Let's wrap them together.
Garrett's at the hospital, awaiting baby number 1, which we are uncles to. We've decided.
Uncle Gamestitch.
And therefore, you as a community are uncles to. Because we're
but we're like the cool uncles, and they're like the creepy uncles that only come to Thanksgiving and then is told not to come back again.
You're like the uncles that can't go in the closet and look for board games with the kid.
With the kids, yeah. Right.
We're like the uncle that takes you to do rad stuff and lets you drink beer too early.
Right. Gives you a ride in your first convertible.
Yeah. We're that uncle. And so, obviously, Garrett's shout-out is to Baby Bruce. Player number 3.
Player 3.
And also to us for being the best uncles out there.
In the uni?
In the uni. The child has a real uncle, too, so worth noting. We're probably not, but we're excited about pretending to be the best uncle that exists. So that's his shout out, and I think Thomas's would just be congratulations.
Yeah,
I mean it's imminent. This baby's happening.
It's.
I've been checking, no updates as of yet, but it could be any time.
I'm checking too.
Yeah,
I've been checking too, and I don't either.
It could be any time now. So, those two shout outs along with ours, and hopefully everyone in the communities is congratulations, Garrett and Thomas, or not Garrett and Thomas. They just had a baby together.
That's now you made it.
Yeah,
weird.
now I did. Congratulations, Garrett and Tanya, and we're excited for you. And it's before we started the podcast, it's like what we were talking about was the baby. So we're obviously excited.
Yes.
So that's our shout outs. Patreon.com/Gamestitch if you want your very own shout out. It's pretty much going to do it for the show. You can follow us on social media. It's not social medias. Social medias.
Somebody seems to have been dipping into the grog a little too early this morning.
Fun fact, if you drink a lot of grog, you throw up in that game. If you pull the bucket out, then you throw up into the bucket, and then you wait till you stop throwing up, and then you throw puke on somebody.
And then you poison them.
I don't think they get poisoned. They just get green on their screen.
Oh, they just can't see? No, I'm pretty sure it does them a little bit of damage.
Maybe. I know they get green on the screen. You can also just projectile vomit on them, but it's more fun to put it in a bucket and then throw it on them when you're not sick anymore.
It is.
Which I did. I went up behind Howard while we were selling the other day with a bucket full of vomit, and I said, hey, turn around. And then when he did, I hit him right in the face with a bucket of it. It was a pretty great moment.
I don't think I've even had a drink in that game yet.
I get wasted every now and then. It goes crazy. Think like poisoned by a snake times 100.
Do you fill up your tankard?
Yeah. You just take your cup out and shove it down there, and it just refills it. And it's like unlimited grog in that keg.
Nice.
And
yeah, I haven't had anything to
so
drink
you
yet.
sway back and forth so hard that you'll be standing in one spot, and next thing you know, you're like 2 levels down in the boat from where you've been just falling around without touching a button. So it's hard to navigate when you're real drunk.
Did you fall off the boat when you were drunk?
I fell off sober.
Oh, okay.
From the crow's nest both times, trying to see if I could get on the railing of the crow's nest to see even further. But
you can't, though, huh?
I couldn't. I'm sure you can. I was not able to, and I thought, if I do this again, everyone's going to get upset with me, so I'll just stop. But I fell off twice.
Yeah, because we just kept going and left you, and we had to come back for you.
No, I just respawned on the boat. The mermaid pops up out
eventually,
there, yeah. So this has been... Oh, yeah, you can follow us on the social medias. The social medias. I am at Podcast Ryan on Twitter. Dan is at Shirtless Dan. Together we are at Game_Stitch. You should also follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/Gamestitch. And because we do our PS4 streaming over there, we do most of our Xbox streaming on Twitch. You should also follow twitch.tv/Gamestitch. Go over there, subscribe to us over there.
By the way, fun fact, I can't get onto the Twitch account.
Right, but we're going to stream out Sea of Thieves.
Because we're running into that again.
And that's where we'll be at.
So if I am ever going to be on the Xbox One streaming, it's probably going to be under my Mixer account.
Right. We can also there's some workarounds for Twitch that are less dumb. But anyways, no matter how we do it, at the end of the day, everything will be moved over to YouTube. So if you don't watch it live, you can watch it then. And we for sure will do a Sea of Thieves stream. We just got to get at least 3 people on.
Yep.
So we'll for sure do a minimum of one of those, if not more.
You know what would be funny to do is each of us stream and then put two different perspectives on. A quick note to you guys, too, to my co-host and our other buddy, Marshall205. You guys need to start learning your nautical terms because it's no fun having...
No.
You're making this game less fun for me.
No, there'll be no nautical terms for me. Only because I don't want to be so serious that I sound like that.
Hard right starboard.
So at first we were using rights and lefts because it's easier. Howard still prefers rights and lefts. I have switched over to I'll do west, east, whatever like that.
That's better than rights and lefts.
But rights and left I still think are the easiest way to navigate. Soft right, hard right I still think is easier.
Hard starboard.
Nah.
Light starboard. Yeah.
Because that makes me think of Starburst every time, which I like.
I like being able to use some of my Navy experience to bring.
I mean, you can. We just never have any idea what you're talking about.
I know, and then I run into rocks.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. We patch them up because that's what we do. We sell. We don't let anything get in the way, and we keep selling. Fun fact, you can't run off the edge of the map.
You can't? Did you guys try without me?
Yes.
You sons of bitches.
It was a bad night. I needed a rebound.
It was my idea.
Those assholes kept blowing us up.
And you did it without me?
I mean, we didn't successfully do it.
You tried to, you went for it without me.
You never got on, and I was mad at those assholes.
Oh, my God.
After the shark thing didn't work and we couldn't kill the shark, I'm like, the only thing left is to sell off the flat earth, which you cannot do.
I hate you guys.
It just goes to the edge, and then nothing happens. You're still selling, but your boat's not moving. So...
I hate you guys.
I mean, you can still do it.
It's not the same.
You're being a child right now.
Look, just take us out. We're
being a baby.
We're done. Take us out. This has been episode
271. Thanks for being here.
Good
Thanks for being swell. Thanks for opening your ears to us each and every week. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place with another episode. Good night.
Good night.